And to quickly go back, because I found it, interesting because your father obviously dealt with those emotional things, but there's also this theory, New Germanic medicine and Dr. Hammer's work that shows that emotions can be
Mm,
initiation points for things like cancer.
mm,
And it's so often overlooked how much our mental state and emotional well-being
oof,
impact us in those ways, even with cancers, chronic diseases. Because we could say, of course, depression, suicidal ideology are awful, but we don't connect that really to the physical type of things.
I,
And then when you get cancer, right, it's chemo. That's what you need. You need chemo radiation, one of the approved medical treatments there, but it's not you need to work on your emotional state. How important is it to you to focus on a daily basis on emotional well-being as a mother, as a person trying to always improve on themselves?
oh my gosh, Casper, that's like hitting the nail on the head with truly why I feel like my father passed because I feel like he lived in that chronic state of um, deep rest, depressed, and
Mhm.
ease,
Mhm.
and scarcity, and fear, and sadness. And, yes, did he preach gratitude? I'm so thankful I knew gratitude, but I was very cynical about it because I was like, oh, I'm grateful for clean water. I'm grateful for a roof over my head. I'm grateful for, everything and anything, honestly. But until I actually did Tony Robbins priming exercise and we had to like shut our eyes and feel and get into our body and like literally put my hands over my heart for I'd say we did this for 10 minutes and it was like, okay, three of your most, three grateful things, three things you're grateful for right now. So it
Mm.
could be like today, I'm so grateful to be with you. Like Casper, honestly, like I'm so grateful to be here. Like I am so happy to be here with you. And then I can be like, okay, let's go back to last week or a year ago. And then I'm like, holy shit, like my dad actually walks me down the aisle. Like he lived to walk me down the aisle. I can get there and I can feel it. And then I'm like, oh my God, I'm so grateful that my girls are so healthy. Like when they both came out, I was like, okay, 10 fingers, 10 toes, they're amazing, right? Like I was like, they're healthy. And so I can get there right now and I can feel that emotion and gratitude as I understand it is like this massive healing frequency.
Mhm.
And so when we can get into gratitude, it's the best attitude and it trumps fear and everything else because you can't have both simultaneously. And
That's
so
right.
that is the biggest thing. Like everything you just said, it's like I have chills, or we call them now God bumps because it's like the
Mm.
spiritual download. And I mean, you're hitting the nail on the head because that's how I talk to the girls now. And when we can feel it and get into our body, we don't need to go chase that next best thing to achieve joy or happiness or love. Like we can literally sit here right now and just get into our heart space and actually feel that love and emotion and connection and joy and laughter. And that's the healing part. And so when you say that, the emotions do potentially cause chronic disease and then potentially mortality, I've seen it. I've witnessed it and I've seen it. And I'm training for longevity, right? Like
Mhm.
I'm doing yoga, I'm a yogi. I'm wanting to be on the floor with my grandkids, right? I mean, there's a big why here. And I want to break that generational link of crap that's not even ours. Like we inherited this shit. Excuse my French, right? We inherited all this and I'm like, give it back. I don't need it. And I don't even want to give it back. I want to like basically throw it out into another dimension, transmute that, right? And then that's it. Like transmute it into another form. And that's it. Like let's just get rid of it and create a new link and have this beautiful new glide path for our kids and then their grandkids. And that's an epic legacy for me. You
Yeah.
know? That's beautiful.
And that's the beauty of it. It's not that you need to, negate it or remove it even. It is a transmutation. It's an I know
Yeah.
you appreciate alchemy, and it's an alchemical,
Yes.
movement of taking something and creating something. Energy never really dies. You have to transmute it. And
Correct.
so that's what you can do if you have the proper tools and you go about it and you put it as a priority. you work with a number of mothers that are seeking to kind of do what you do, and you have so much in your toolkit. And
Yeah,
it's the yoga, it's the meditation, it's the gratitude. You've been to so many events, Tony Robbins, so much.
yeah.